Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon Chair Bear HD, and I realize I have not posted a lot of my league battles that have been going on. I got a new headset, so hopefully I sound at least a little clearer. And yeah, so this is Hive Week 10, where I left off for Hive. Since this is like a month ago, I don't really remember it very much, and I do not still have the team because usually when a league ends, I delete all the teams. So I don't have the exact team. However, from what I remember and quickly rewatching it, this is a tanky Mega Kangaskhan since I have no switch-ins for Mega Arrow. Z Metagross. Kind of offensive, kind of not. Like it's a mixture. I have Scarf Keldeo, tanky defense. Well, probably Fizdef, probably mixed, but mostly Fizdef. Invested Sylveon with HP Fire for the Scizor, just in case, and Spec Slazzle because that's pretty much all I ever brought. And I'm not really remembering. I want to say it's Scarfed Serena, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, this has been like a month, but yeah. Narth brought Virizion, Garchomp, Tapu Fini, Scizor, Mega Aerodactyl, and Reuniclus. I want to say at this point was still fighting for a playoff, although he was in a good position to make playoffs. And I think he could potentially make it even if he didn't win. Whereas for me, because my conference was terrible, I actually can still make the playoffs whether I win or lose. But obviously we'd rather win since we're at this point 4-5. So we definitely don't want to end on a loss. And so I'm going to lead off with my Mega Kangaskhan, because I want to Mega it as soon as possible to get the extra bulk, as he leads off with his Garchomp, as I go for the Wish, just because I don't know what he's going to do, as he went for Rocks, but he goes for Swords Dance on the next turn as I go for the Body Slam, and he is, unfortunately, Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, but that's good to know, and since I threw up the Wish in the air, I will get most of that back. However, the Body Slam does nothing, so this could destroy my life, and I need it for Aerodactyl, so I am going to switch into my Serena and Power Whip it, hoping it'll kill. It does not, unfortunately, but and so he can take me out with that Earthquake. So that is unfortunate that I had to sacrifice the Serena, but Garchomp is a huge threat, so good that it's pretty much out of the way now. It's paralyzed, so I can just go into my Keldeo, make sure I revenge it. Go for the Scald on the Reuniclus, takes burn damage, so I know it is Regenerator. So now I can switch out into my Sylveon, as I'm not sure what he wants to go for, as he goes for the knockoff. Just trying to get rid of my items, gets rid of my leftovers, but it's fine. I have Wish if I need to. I go for the Hidden Power Fire just in case he wants to go into Scizor. Like, I'm not threatened by the Reuniclus at all right now, and if he has knockoff, I'm actually assuming he's Assault Vest, because he's a Regenerator as well with knockoff, so I don't think he has recovery move or setup move, so not a big deal. So I throw up the Wish as he's going into his Tapu Fini, as he's going to Calm Mind. I crit him, which definitely helps me get some damage off since it's just recovering with the lefties, as he can go for the Moonblast. It does no damage whatsoever, since I think I am a plus Spadef nature, but then the rest is in defense. As he's just going to Calm Mind up again, as I'm just going to try to Hyper Voice chip him down, as I'm still doing more than leftovers, but not a whole lot, so I know that this is not going to be the way, as Surf does a decent chunk, as I'm going to Wish, so that I can switch into something else. As I go into my Kangaskhan, now that the Misty Terrain is gone, as he actually reveals Taunt, so that's just lucky timing. I get my Kangaskhan up to full health, and he actually switches out directly into the Garchomp to get that chip damage off on my Kangaskhan, which is very smart on his part, since I think I think he thinks that I can set up like with power up punches, so he wants to make sure that he keeps me low and never able to set up. But also, it gives Virizion just an easy way to come in and close combat for sure should kill. As I switch into my Sylveon, but since I'm weakened, he can go for the Bloom Doom, knock me out. So I can go into my Salazzle, and I'm gonna fire off the Specs Fire Blast. Does a good chunk to the Aerodactyl, but obviously it's faster, so I have to switch out. But my Kangaskhan's already weakened, so Earthquake does some damage, but Aerial Ace does plenty more. And the best thing I have really to hit it is Body Slam anyway, so I can't actually knock him out. And he goes for the Earthquake, so you know, it helped me chip down this, but it didn't really help me survive it. Like, I wasn't healthy enough to wish stall it out kind of thing, or not stall it out, but like chip it down with the Body Slams and maybe get the para. But forces me to go into my Scarf Keldeo Scald, as he has a free switch into Reuniclus. So he goes for knockoff. Oh, I was Banded, my bad, not Z. Whatever. So yeah, so Banded, as he's gonna go into the Scizor on my Meteor Mash. I get the attack raise, which is nice, but Earthquake actually does not kill, and he can go for a knockoff. I believe into Bullet Punch should kill me. Maybe. Oh wait, no, I have Bullet Punch. God, I'm terrible at this. Yeah, so I knock him out with the Bullet Punch. Crit does not matter there. But now he can go into his Virizion. I'm going to save it for the Bullet Punch, since that's the best way I can kill, or at least maybe take some things out at the end. As I go into my Salazzle, because I know I can take a close combat plus rocks, but he reveals quick attack, so that's actually just going to be game right there. Like, I needed Salazzle to at least pressure him to the point. Like, I was probably lost game anyway, but even just to get it down from a 4-0, I needed Salazzle to pressure it. So yeah, that's going to be good game to Narth. Losing 4-0, so we end up 4-6, and we actually did make playoffs because the conference was so bad. So I'm actually going to have the playoff, the first playoff match included in this video, since I want to be all cut up on Hive. So I don't feel the need to make it a separate video, and like I told you earlier, I don't have the teams anymore, so I will be right back with the first playoff match. And we are back with the playoff game, as my opponent is Joel or Squirtle, and the first seeded Squirtle, Florida Squirtle Squad, as this is a rematch. I believe it was week 6, and I am the 8th seed at like 4-6, some not too bad of a differential, but like still negative. I sneak in the playoffs, but I wasn't really all that motivated to do playoffs, as I made it at 4-6, and there were, I think, multiple like 6-4 teams that did not make it because of the conferences. So I didn't actually build a new team. So this is the exact same team I brought in the first matchup, which is a like tanky Power Up Punch, Mega Kangaskhan, Scald, Volt Switch, Rest Talk, Shuckaberry, what's called Lantern, Max Fizdef, Metagross with Psyche MZ. Specifically, the only way I don't just lose to Hawlucha automatically. We have Scarf, Kyurem, Life Orb, Salazzle, and Koba Berry, Serena. And so, one problem with bringing the exact same team is he made changes after the last time we played, and he did not have Mew last time we played. So the rest of the team, the other 5, he did bring last time, but he actually didn't have Mew on the roster, and I don't really have a way to kill Mew if it's bulky. I really don't, other than hope Power Up Punch into return with Kangaskhan chips it down a lot. Otherwise, or hoping that it just has no special bulk and or it's just not bulky and Salazzle can do it. Otherwise, it just walls my whole team. And like I said, Hawlucha beats me, barring like Metagross right now. So odds are not in our favor. Last time I led off with Kyurem, dropped a Draco to just immediately kill the Beedrill, which helped immensely, but I still lost because this team's really good and he is really good too. So I know we have an uphill battle to climb here, and prep is definitely not going to be on point for this one since I'm bringing the exact same team. So I'm going to lead off with the Lantern this time. As he leads off with Beedrill, so he's going to get the free U-turn. I can't do anything about it. Does so much damage. As I can just Volt Switch out on the incoming Shaman. Last time it was Rocky Helmet, so I'm assuming it probably is this time as well. So I go into Salazzle, expecting the Suicune to come in. I go into my Serena, except he goes into Mew, which tells me this is bulky already. And so this is going to be a hard battle. So he knocks off my Koba Berry as I U-turn out into my Kangaskhan, and like I said, I don't know what I can really do to this, but I know the Shaman is most likely going to be Rocky Helmet, so go back into the Serena, because I don't think he can really do anything to me, as I can just U-turn out again on the Beedrill coming in, as I'm going to go into my Kyurem. It was Scarf last time, he should expect it to be Scarf, so I'm going to double back out into my Lantern, and yes, I'm going to be doubling a lot, because like I said, my prep is not there for this game, as he's going to go for the knockoff. Gets rid of my Shuckle Berry. I don't need that even slightly. So I can Volt Switch out again, go into Kangaskhan, and this time I'm gonna stay in as he goes into Shaman, and I go for the return just to gauge damage, hoping to get obviously on the Mew, but goes Shaman, gets the helmet damage off. I can go into my Serena as he goes for Synthesis, as he goes for Toxic, but I can get the slow U-turn off. And now I can get into my... should be Salazzle. Yes, thankfully. Then now in comes the Suicune this time, as I go for Sludge Wave, and it does nothing. Just like last time. And now I can go into my Lantern, as I don't expect him to be able to hit me, but he makes a nice double into Beedrill. So now I have to go into my Metagross, because it's the only thing that can live. A U-turn at this point, and he goes into his Mew. Yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point, so I'm just going to go into my Serena again. He goes for Taunt, and I'm like, I still don't really know what to do, so I'm just going to keep turning around, as he's going to go into Beedrill. So I can now go back into my Kyurem. I doubled out last time, so he's going to go into Mew this time, and I go for the Draco. It does a decent chunk, but obviously he can just heal that off, so I have to go into Serena, and he's just back to full. Everything I'm trying to do is just not there. I'm going to U-turn once again, but he gets helmet damage off, so now my Serena's getting really low. Lets me get into Salazzle, as I can then go into my Kangaskhan, expecting the Suicune, but this time it's Mew. Then he goes back into a Shaman, as I just decide whatever, I'm going to Power Up Punch, because I can at least kill something once I'm +2. So down goes Shaman, but I'm now at very low health. So he can now go Coco. You know, I have my Lantern as a potential switch in, so I think he's going to U-turn, as he actually goes for Dazzling Gleam, so that takes a ton on my Kyurem, unfortunately. And I just go for Draco, because I know he's not going to stay in and risk the Coco. And Mew takes a good chunk, but I cannot kill this thing, as he goes for Psychic. So he's not at full, so that's at least something. But this is gonna be so hard to kill, and I realize I think Metagross is actually the only way I can do it, because I have to get like Meteor Mash boost first to actually do it. But I can just Meteor Mash until I do. But I get it on the first one, which I've been getting a ton of Meteor Mash attack races this season with Metagross. I don't understand why, but yeah, I'm gonna go for the Z. Hope it kills on the Suicune. It does not, however, it lived on like 1, so now it's only at 7, and +1 Bullet Punch will kill the Suicune. And so now we can go into Coco. Yeah, I have to go into Lantern this time because I have nothing for this, as now he goes for the U-turn, unfortunately. And now we can just go into Beedrill, and he can just continue the U-turn cycle, so I'm going to sack off the Serena, just because I want the electric immunity in the back so he doesn't use electric moves, hopefully. But, you know, that's just the hopefulness in the potential mind game. But yeah, goes back into the unkillable Mew. He's gonna taunt, which I don't think I have rocks on this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As like I said earlier, I'm doing the exact same thing that I did earlier, was Meteor Mash until I get a boost. That's pretty much my game plan here, to keep this as low as I can, because he doesn't want to switch into Meteor Mash anyway. He goes for knockoff. Since I'm, Z Crystal, it does no damage, and I'm max defense. So, I mean, this is just, he's gonna wear me down. And at this point, I'm pretty sure Hawlucha definitely. I feel like Hawlucha won already once I was at, like, I took the first hit. But, he's gonna play the safe, which is smart. Sorry, I hit the mic. As I'm just gonna keep Meteor Mashing as he's just whittling me down. Yeah, I don't really have a game plan. This is just, I guess technically speaking, my best game plan is to get to plus maybe 2 with Meteor Mashes and try to Bullet Punch sweep. I don't know if that even would work. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Hawlucha no matter what just wins. But, yeah, Mew is gonna just keep wearing me down, and he can just heal up. Like, I'm not doing any damage because I'm not offensive, so he does finally knock out my Metagross, as unfortunately I did miss the Meteor Mash before he knocked me out, so he's, at least healthier than he would be, so I'm just gonna Fire Blast this thing because that's the strongest move I've got, as he's gonna go for Psychic, knock me out, and now I can go into my Kyurem and go for Ice Beam, because the only way I can win now is just freeze everything. So, I mean, I will go for it, but it's just not gonna do a whole lot. So I'm gonna just keep Ice Beaming until he can knock me out, because I have to freeze everything, literally everything, I think. And by that I mean I have to freeze him with, I think, freeze the Coco and then Terrain wear off and then Hawlucha come in. Yeah, but I lose, and that's the end of our Hive Kakuna run. Did not go as well as I had hoped. I think the team was meh, so that definitely hindered my team building a lot. And I tried some new mons that, I liked Salazzle, but I made it Specs like every time because it's so weak. Gliscor, I struggled to use it. It had one really good week, but then other than that, I had a hard time really using it. And I think just in general, the team was lackluster and did not support Mega Kangaskhan at all. So Mega Kangaskhan didn't really do anything. Like, I still think it's good, but for my team, it was pretty bad, because every team just brought a Rocky Helmet Mon and it just wore down once I power up punched. So, yeah, I definitely need to draft better, if I'm gonna do better. And then, and this was, no shame in going 4-6 in a very competitive league. Like, I was in a lot of games. I choked a couple. So I think that, if a few things go my way, like I had a, winning record, first of all, if not even like a 6 or 7 win season, if I, make a couple different plays. But, props to all the, to everyone else in the Hive, honestly. Like, it's, Even though everyone's a Johnner in the Hive, everyone's really good, and it's competitive, so I do enjoy that. So I definitely look forward to making a bigger splash the next time. We didn't quite follow up the Weedle Championship with much, but nonetheless, I did enjoy parts of the season. I guess the team brought me down, at least in my mood of that. I don't think the team was very fun, so I definitely want to draft a more fun team, or even maybe a better team. That's probably a better idea, but I've definitely enjoyed the people of the Hive. Like, I'm not super active in the chat or anything, but I think that this season was a good experience nonetheless, although it didn't end up the way I had hoped. But technically we made playoffs, even though it's just because of a bad conference, so I guess that's something. But with that, I'm gonna say thank you for watching this video as well as the rest of the Hive season, and I will be uploading many more videos soon because I'm catching up on all the other leagues. Bye!